What's good, YouTube? Let's try this again. Sorry about that. My last stream appears to have malfunctioned. Y'all let me know once y'all pull up if y'all are here. Y'all go ahead and let me know. Y'all, this is it's getting sad, man. It's getting sad. By this time, by this point, I think y'all have all heard the news. I think we've all heard the Keke Palmer news. Keke must be stopped. Keke must be stopped. What are we going to do about this menace? What are we going to do about this young lady who is running amok in our streets right now? Those of you guys who are not aware, Keke Palmer is controlling that narrative in a major way right now, y'all. All I can think of right now, all that's been going through my head all morning is Drake. You may wonder why. You know why. Because all day, all night, all Darius is thinking is, Keke, do you love me? Are you riding? Said you never ever leave from beside me. We know this is what Buddy's thinking, man. Right now, all Darius is thinking, and Darius, for those of you guys who don't know, is her ex-boyfriend. All Darius is thinking right now is, damn it, I shouldn't have sent that goddamn tweet. I should have just kept quiet and pulled a Jay-Z and just cheated in silent like regular stay-at-home parents do. Obviously, we're kidding, y'all. Keke Palmer, man, I don't really know where to begin with this whole story. Those of you guys who remember the original Keke Palmer story, I'm trying to find the old tweet of the situation. Those of you guys who remember that situation, Keke, she pulled up to a show, the Usher show. Usher shows have been pretty notorious for him serenading ladies, usually ladies that are in relationships. I think the Boondocks episode foretold of this. Usher is very, very shisty. But this story picks up there where Keke Palmer went out dressed really, really well. I think she, what she had on, I would say would be in bounds. I mean, obviously the back of her dress had a little bit extra showing in the back. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, we don't really like when them extra goodies is showing in the back. But she was looking good. And y'all remember that story. Usher was on stage with her. They were hugged up. They were dancing. But I would say that it was fair. It was fair. What we saw on stage, I'd say is fair. Now, would I feel a type of way? Yeah, I would probably feel a type of way. Right? But does that make it absolutely out of bounds? Not really. Now, will my wife do it? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But therein lies the nuance of that whole situation. Darius sees it. He ended up, making it seem like he has an issue with what she's wearing and not the fact that she's, Googling over Usher. He then doubles down on it by saying, hey, the world is mad at a father for wanting wanting his baby's mother to, conduct herself in a particular way, blah, blah, blah. And that just wasn't that just gave him an even bigger L. And from there, created the gender divide, a lot of the Twitter back and forth that we saw throughout the coming days, leading now to this moment. Now, what you guys are seeing here are some screenshots. Okay, I'm gonna see if we can find the actual video here. You guys are seeing screenshots of a new video that's coming with Usher and Keke Palmer. Right now, if it wasn't enough for Darius to lose his girl, now he gonna have his girl doing a full-on production with Usher, playing on the fact that Keke has a boyfriend that might be mad about Usher being involved. Dog, I've seen a lot of pettiness. I've seen a lot of petty things. You know what I'm saying? We've seen 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying, pull up to Rick Ross's baby mama house. You know, we've seen that. We've seen, Ether, Nas coming at Jay-Z for having camel lips. You know what I'm saying? Big old duck lips. We've seen mamas made fun of, baby mamas made fun of. But this might be the first time ever that we've seen a baby daddy catch a stray like this. This might be the first time, dog. And I know a lot of ladies in the comment section right now. I know a lot of ladies. I know a lot of ladies that were waiting for this moment. I know there's a lot of baby mamas who are waiting for this moment. Um, and right now, fellas, I'm not a member of the City Boys. I'm not a person that claims those groups. But if I were to make a call, I would say City Boys down right now. City Girls is up. All right, this has been a bad week for the City Boys. You had Tory Lane sentencing. You know what I'm saying? Now it's looking bad. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get a little glimpse of this video.
Somebody say that your boyfriend's looking for me.
Y'all get this. Y'all can hear this.
Somebody say that your boyfriend's looking for me.
Come on, dog. Somebody said that your boyfriend's looking for me. And let's look at the tweets. Let's look at the tweets. Keke Palmer is unbelievably funny for that.
Somebody say
If y'all can't admit Keke Palmer ain't cornyish for being in Usher's new music video, then something wrong with y'all. I will admit, man. I will admit, this is a little bit more closer to my take. I don't think she's corny as ish, but I do think this move is corny, right? I was just having a debate with my wife this morning, just thinking about all of the celebrities that, have children and aren't married. And I was just kind of having discourse about whether or not, you know, it's positive or it's a good thing to see so many of our celebrities, in baby mama situations, baby mama, baby daddy situations, right? For lack of a better term for it. And I'm conflicted, but when you see stuff like this, um, it starts to kind of point and harken back to those questions. Is this a good thing? This baby mama, baby daddy culture, because as you can see here, there was no security, there was no marriage cultivated, there was really no solid family union, right? And you got now what kind of, in my opinion, appears to be, a war between a cold war at that between baby mama and baby daddy. And doesn't this just seem to be how these situations always end up, particularly in our culture and community? Doesn't this kind of seem like this is how these things always end up? Nah, Keke is hilarious. I hope she has a very long career. It appears to be just a little bit iconic to me. Keke baby daddy somewhere punching the air, fighting his demons right now. Yeah, bruh's probably hurt. And that's one thing that I can say here, may be definitively true. I think there was a lot of speculations as to whether or not Keke and this dude were even still together, prior to the concert. I was suspecting that they weren't because, just how she was moving after the incident just kind of seemed like she was trying to capitalize, as you were mentioning, Dreamlight King. You're saying she's playing along to stay relevant. And I was kind of getting those sentiments too, because afterwards, her going on stage saying she don't need a ninja, she's an independent woman. I mean, these sentiments, from a lady who has a child. I'm not saying you got to be somebody that's relegated to what a man is telling you to do. If you want to wear certain things and your man disagrees, 9 times out of 10, a lady should win. I'm not against that. But when you're playing into the idea that you're better off without your child's father in your life, I mean, really, what are we doing? And who are we doing it for? The internet? Come on now. Oh, we finna gag. This is why I feel like it's more for relevance and for the internet, more to your sentiment, Dreamlight King, because you look at kind of like the response to it. It feels like more of an extension of the gender war. And now, no offense, ladies, because it's not all ladies, but ladies is eating this up right now. Ain't no get back for Keke Palmer husband. It's over. And she just keep embarrassing him. Sick out here. Dog. I don't necessarily know that it's true that ain't no get back for him. I mean, he's getting embarrassed right now, but I don't know if I believe that. I'm not on his side. I think he definitely made a mistake sending that tweet, but he can definitely have some get back. He can bounce back. We need to keep moving. Be successful. Go cultivate something. Usher continues to play in Keke Palmer's baby daddy face with his new release, Boyfriend. Usher, I think, is the biggest question mark here, right? I think Usher is the biggest question mark out of this whole situation. Because with Usher has a relationship. He's in a faithful relationship, and he's not really getting any of the backlash. But when you think about that Boondocks episode, really think about it. Really think about Usher's motives now. You know, the funny thing about that story, the funny thing about that Boondocks episode, and for those of you guys who aren't here or who aren't aware of the Boondocks episode I'm talking about, it was an episode in the Boondocks where Usher took away one of the main characters' wives. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the lawyer character in the Boondocks. He's got a white wife. And in this episode, the lawyer takes his white wife to meet Usher. They go out to dinner, and Usher pretty much takes the white wife, takes her immediately. They having a hell of a time, and the lawyer ends up going through it. He ends up having his own little confessions moment throughout the episode. But Boondocks foretold of this, right? They foretold of Usher having a tendency to steal your girl. And it's funny, the director, the producer, I think, either director or producer, he actually shared this story. His girl was actually taken by Usher in a restaurant in the exact same fashion, right? So, you know, art imitates life. But I think it's really important to question Usher's motives in this entire thing, man. Because when you put a video out like this at another dude's expense, obviously, I know you and Keke probably got together and figured out, okay, this rough economy, writer strike, all this stuff going on right now. How do we figure something out? How do we create? And this is what they come up with. But you know, we know what this is playing into. And without seeing the video, because we haven't seen the video up to this point, it's quite possible that they do a bait and switch for, desperate creators like me who are desperate to react to stuff and put it online. It's very possible that this is a bait and switch type thing where they allude to it being about the boyfriend, but somehow it's about, something else completely different. You know what I'm saying? They could very well play with that plot, make it about something that's, a newer, fresher thing, but really be sort of, subbing us all because we all know what's going on. We all know that if the video is anything like what we think it's going to be right now, this is what Keke Baby's daddy is looking like right now. He looking a little sad and stuck. But ultimately, man, I think the big question for all this is, who really wins? Because again, I think the internet loves this dysfunction. The big question I had when Keke was going through all this was, what about the child? Is this the best thing for the child? Seeing Keke on stage say that she, didn't need a man. What about the child? Doesn't the child need a man? Seeing this sort of be a microcosm for how our relationships tend to work out in our community already anyway is even more of a like, is this really a good thing? Is it really good to have all of us rejoicing and picking sides like this is some Super Bowl matchup? Like, is this really a good thing, y'all? Because people like I'm gonna make my jokes. I'm gonna get my laughs. I'm gonna get my content. This isn't a monetized channel. It's all good, not yet. So I'm not gonna be making money off of this video. But there will be people that do. Is Keke and her baby daddy even together, or they really broke up for good? That's a good question, Shanice. That is a really good question. Based on how Kiki's moving right now, and after that incident, I think it would be safe to say that they are not together. But it would be a guess. When Keke got on stage and said that she didn't need no man, about I think like a week or two after that whole debacle, I was like, nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way they in a situation together. There's no way. You know, I just think it's unfortunate, man, because these baby daddy, baby mama situations always seem to end like this. And I don't know if you've been paying attention, but 9 times out of 10, anytime you are, watching people that are having babies or have been having babies, like young couples, particularly in our generation, most times the relationship doesn't last either sometime towards that later third trimester or shortly after the baby arrives. Somewhere in between those two phases, the relationship ends, man. And it's sad. It's really sad. Boys cracking and stuff, you know, because as this continues to be normalized and made entertainment, and as we all get the kicks and giggles out of it, there's a child, it's an actual byproduct from those two people, and how are they going to deal with it? That's still that child's father. How's the child going to deal with it once he comes of age? I don't know, but I know right now Keke is winning. Keke is definitely winning this side of the city boy versus city girl bout. She is definitely winning, man. Prayers up for everybody involved, though. Prayers up for that child, especially. This is hilarious. It's going to continue to be hilarious. But I also think it's a bit corny. I think as we continue to move forward, within this capitalistic society, we're going to start to see more and more people doing stuff like this. We're going to have more and more questions of, whether something is ethical, moral, the integrity of a move. This is wild, dog. This is wild in true Virgo fashion. But I'm going to leave this to you guys now, man. I don't want to make this too long. Keke, do you love me? Are you riding? You said you never leave from beside me. And you did, Keke. You let us all down. Nah, many prayers to Keke Palmer too, man. In all seriousness, I hope she's doing well. Being a mother is not easy. And so, she's trying her best right now, I'm sure, to make the best out of everything. Make, lemonade, taking them lemons and making lemonade, whatever the saying goes. So hope she's able to do that. But Keke, get right with your baby daddy. Get right. Let's model better co-parenting. Let's not model the baby daddy versus baby mama culture. Let's not keep doing that. Let's not keep doing that. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed Tuesday. Have a great rest of your week. Y'all probably see me sometime tomorrow. I just saw this story and had to report on it. Like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear more from you guys. Whose side are you on? Are you on Darius' side? Are you on Keke's side? Is Keke being corny for this? Let me know what's up. I want to hear from you in the comment section below. Been TP Unlocked. Thank you for all the support. Peace.